What's going on, Commanders Nation? August 25th, 2025. It has finally got done. Terry McLaurin signs an extension to remain with the Washington Commanders for 3 more years, 4 years total. What's up, Z? How you feeling?
I'm that shit. Let's talk about it. I'm psyched.
Hey, Reedie Zee starts now.
It's the Reedie Zee show. Reedie Zee show. It's the Reedie Zee show. Reedie Zee show. Reedie Zee show.
Finally, people, we are here. It is
We
the day
are
we've been waiting
here.
for. We've been waiting for this day, Z. Finally. Terry McLaurin
Finally.
signs a 3-year contract extension, reportedly by Jordan Schultz. 3-year, $96 million extension. What you feeling like, Z?
I'm psyched. I'm psyched. It's a saying that says, better late than never, but never late is better. But still, we here, and I'm psyched. Terry get the deal. We already talked about how much we needed this guy all summer long. He came out there for that last preseason game, and he got his props. He got his props. Came out there for that last preseason game.
Week
And
one.
you know what I mean? They tried to talk about he didn't look the part. He looked like he was in his own world and going through some stuff. And then boom, today, breaking motherfucking news. Reported by Jordan Schultz. And like I told Reedie right before we loaded up and hopped on the show, I said, man, Jordan Schultz must be Buddy Baker's guy. Because Jordan Schultz been reporting everything pretty much going on with this situation. He's saying, you know what I mean? And to break this news right here, I know he's psyched for that. So, yeah, man. And again, 3-year extension worth over 96. Multiple reports. The deal is done. Scary Terry gets a new, well-deserved payday. Jayden Daniels gets his star receiver back. And I mean, let's talk about it, bro. Like, how important is it to you that Terry gets his deal and get to be back out there with the guys? And it happened, 2 weeks before week one, so you can kind of get reacclimated with his team. How you feel about it?
Man, I was just, waking up. You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning, first day of school, so I took off. I stayed home. My son went back to school today, so I'm just meandering around. I was talking to my wife. I'm like, yeah, we on the phone for a little bit. Next thing I know, I see all the tweets coming through. Let me call you back. I gotta call you back ASAP. So I get off the phone with her. I'm looking. At first, I thought it was they was trolling, because when I first woke up, I saw that Adam Schefter said they were not close this morning. It was like video circulating from this morning. I believe it was on either Get Up, Pause, or First Take, one of them morning shows. And so I was like, hold on. So then I just started saying that, ding, 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 ding. Everybody was just reposting and all. I was like, oh yeah, this is real. And then I was, at first, it wasn't no particulars coming through. In my mind, I was about to start texting the thread like, what is the number? What is the number? What number are we looking at for this deal or whatever? And I didn't see it. Then about 2 seconds later, it came through the particulars, 96 million. So they're saying that it looks like a 32 APY, but they want to see the real numbers because this is stuff that's being circulated from Terry's camp. But it's probably going to come down to somewhere in the $30 million range. What we've been saying, so far. On all of our shows, Reedie Zee, Monday Command. Also, we've been saying it on the Burgundy Breakdown with John and Juan Gotti. So I'm super excited. I'm just glad that this is over. We could put this behind us, because I keep saying we got shit to do, and it just feels good. It's another good day in Washington. They got it done. Thank you.
Yeah. And with the 32 million average per year, it's just slightly below DK's deal. So it looks like they, kind of found an even ground quite around that number. It's been, talks all season about how Terry and his camp wanted, above DK money. So, and we kind of came down to realization that in the grand scheme of things, that DK contract was a little bit overpaid. But it's still at the end of the day with the average, it still puts them there. So we'll kind of see, the extra details. But I did see something come through that said he got $30 million signing bonus. So that's something to kind of think about as well. But I'm happy for the guy, man. I mean, Terry McLaurin has been our guy for all these years. He stayed down and been through the fire with this team. Last year, put up the numbers he put up, 13 touchdowns, just over 1,000 yards. Finally got him a quarterback. And then for, going into the offseason, we just knew that this deal would have been done. It was just a piece of cake. We thought it was just going to be a walk in the park. Didn't necessarily happen that way. But I feel like throughout the process, AP and the organization expressed their desire to keep Terry. Terry ended up requesting a trade. They said they shot that down, so we're not trading him. So it's just good to see that they were able to come to an agreement. And just get things moving forward. Because as like I continue to state, we saw it at training camp. We saw it, in certain games. This receiver room was already lacking on the back end. So, not to have him there just kind of it made things a little spotty out there. It wasn't a lot of great performances in camps. Think about guys like Chris Moore, who probably doesn't make this team. Noah Brown was injured throughout camp. So it was looking real light out there. KJ Osborne's and Michael Gallups, there are no shows. When I say no shows, meaning like they haven't done anything. They were there physically, but they didn't really do anything to stand out or to, move the needle for that room. Rookie Jalen Lane looking like he's going to be nice. So to add Terry back into to that mode with Terry, Debo, and Noah Brown looks healthy. He was out there running routes full speed. Saturday at the last preseason game. So it's looking up and looking like things are falling in place. And I'm just excited that this is done. We can move forward and we can, focus on getting these cuts and seeing who else comes available. Maybe we add to that room. Maybe not. I don't know. But this here it's just sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely sweet. And to your point, those aforementioned guys, KJ Osborne and the guys, they have not done anything to solidify themselves as someone we would look to keep on the back end of this wide receiver room. And I do hope that we go shopping and that there is a corresponding move, as we always say, that comes in this receiver room, because I feel like we need, one or two guys to maybe bring in that can, add a little bit more to the room. But talk about an offense, Paul's loaded, with guys all over the field. You got Austin Eckler, you got Bill, you got Terry McLaurin, Debo, then you got Zach Ertz, you got the consummate professional, the blocking tight end, John Bates. And I'm curious to see if they keep Cager because he looked like he can kind of catch and he has that big frame. It's looking up for us. Reedie's a guy that always talks about more and more weapons. So I feel like if we get one more solid receiver, because we don't know what exactly Noah Brown is going to bring, what he's going to do, given his injury concern. Hopefully he's coming back based off of the warm-up that he had before the preseason game versus the Baltimore Ravens. But the jury's still out on that one. So, yeah, like you said, we just can move forward this next 2 weeks and just, get the game plan ready for week 1 against the Giants and just go smack these dudes, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm about to bring it up on this screen right here. There's also a video that we're going to play of Jordan Schultz talking about it. But Jordan Schultz right here, he just says Terry McLaurin's new deal will pay him the most money ever earned by a wide receiver entering age 30 season in NFL history. Both sides came together and got something fair done for all parties. Just the tweet before that, Mama Jackson, Jayden Daniels' mama, retweeted and said, finally, it's go time now. So it's a lot of excitement around it. Most 1,000-yard receiving season since 2020. Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, amongst an elite group. So it's a lot of hype around this. There's another tweet. This was not an easy negotiation, and both sides often didn't see eye to eye. But ultimately, Terry McLaurin's value to the Commanders on and off the field, including his durability and leadership, led to both sides setting aside the differences and getting this deal done. What does that mean to you? Like, those are some strong words. His durability and his leadership led to both sides setting aside their differences and getting a deal done.
I mean,
How
it's like we
important is
said.
that?
It's like we said all before. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been injured. He's been on the field. He's played majority, if not all, of every season he's been here. And if he did have nicks and cuts and bruises and stuff like that, he played through them. He never complained. He always did the right thing. He says the right things in the media. He's like they say, a commander, a true commander, the prototypical guy that they were looking for. So that's why, kind of like when it's just drawn out as it did, I was kind of like taken back by it, because it's like, well, damn, if he's checking all of the boxes, like, why not pay him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, to come in around where we thought they was going to come in anyway, like, we could have been did this, like, you know what I'm saying? But it does take two. And I know Terry and them, they were probably shooting it a little higher because they know, okay, we shoot it higher, then we'll come in around here. But, trying to see what they can get. And, they say Adam Peters is the type of a negotiator that he doesn't budge. But like the tweet that you showed before, in NFL history, the highest paid over 30 NFL history, that speaks volumes of him. So Terry should pat himself on the back for that one. Even though it took long, it was frustrating, this, that, and third, but that's big, because there's some other names out there that hasn't gotten a deal like this. And so I'm glad that we have him here for another 4 seasons. He has the $24 million that he's due this year, and then signed a $30 million signing bonus. Like, that's what I was saying a few weeks ago. Like, give him more in bonus or something, or make it more incentive based or something like that, to kind of get to that number where you can kind of hide that number or whatever. And then maybe you have an out on the last year or something like that. But that's what I called. I said it would be probably a 3-year extension.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I'm about to pull up the video. Schultz. 1 second.
Major breaking news out of Commanders camp. Multiple sources tell me all-pro wide receiver Terry McLaurin has agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $96 million. Big ones. You love to see it. Big-time players getting paid, and that's exactly what Scary Terry has been. But it wasn't just about the player, was it? It was the person, the way he's been such a constant over the past 7 years, the way he's connected with Jayden Daniels on a personal level, the leadership qualities. He is so synced up with the city. By the way, coming off his best year as a pro, 13 tuds, broke the all-time franchise record, second in the NFL, hasn't missed a game in over 4+ seasons. But this was also a long, drawn-out process. Requested a trade, I reported, almost a month ago. Held in, held out. It was a lot going on. Ultimately, both sides came to their senses. They were able to find common ground. It's the type of deal you want to see in this league, and that's a big reason why it got done.
Yeah. Let's get it. I am psyched. Reedie is lit over there.
And Terry, I trust.
You had to pull that out the frame, Bob, or that's the one you be wearing?
Nah, that's the one I be wearing.
Go with it.
Why they caught me a Super Bowl era Terry. Stab it. Super Bowl era Terry.
That's fact.
Now my man is going to probably be a Washington Commander for life, retire from the organization where it all started. Like, talk about a heartfelt story right there. Like that's love. Like, I love those when guys start their career in one place and they have the opportunity to finish it. Like what does that mean to you, Z?
It means everything. I mean, we always, for me, our longest tenured players on this team is like Trust Way, and maybe Reeves. What I mean? So outside of that, like, top skill player, and these guys are like, they do great in their positions, but like top skill players, franchise type players. I mean, our organization is always known for, either overpaying someone, not holding on to somebody long enough, just a curse bad luck, all those things, and like all that just washed away when Dan Snyder and Tanya Snyder and the whole Snyder family just, got up out of here.
I don't
And
think it
pretty
was
much,
Tanya though. I think it was Dan. Was it? I don't
no,
think. I
it
think
was
Tanya did her part to try to help bring this organization along. I can't let you,
correct. I'm not
muddy her
bashing.
name.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. I
not
get it. I get
bashing.
it.
Yeah, not bashing her name, but she's married to the guy. She's tied to him. She got to sell on out with him. You know what I mean? Just like with Trump, Ivanka, that's your
Yeah.
husband. You with him. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So pretty much in the grand scheme of things, like to be able to have our franchise guy keep him homegrown. Like he's been here. He was drafted by Jay Gruden. He went through the Ron era. Now he's in with the Dan Quinn era. You know what I mean? And his career and his everything is just going up. It's ascending. So it's like getting this deal done just adds to that. You know what I mean? It just adds to the story. Yeah, it was rough, it was tight, and trying to figure things out. Most times when family are bickering, and a lot of times when it's over money, you know what I mean, families argue over money and trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, this showed that we family, we love Terry, and you know what I mean, he's a commander, and I mean, yeah, hopefully it continues to be for life. I'm sure he'll be able to play out this contract. Terry bet on himself and saying that, I'm approaching 30, but you know what I mean, early on in my college years, you know what I mean, I didn't play much, and you know what I mean, I got drafted. I was a little older than the rest of my class, but that don't, you know what I mean, my mileage ain't there, you know what I mean? So just excited, you know what I mean, to see him with last year, to see with him with Jayden last year and what they did, now adding Debo to that element. You know what I mean? We always talked about Terry never really had a
Gordon
partner,
Cash.
a 1A or a true number two. He's never had that partner aside of him. He's always been the main guy. And when teams try to double him, or you know what I mean, it kind of slows him up. But in the grand scheme of things, he still was getting his numbers, still doing his thing. But this with now with Debo underneath, you can't just go double Terry now. You know what I mean? Because then Debo is going to do his thing. Then if you try to double Debo or try to, you got to look for the other guys now. Terry can eat. So I'm excited to see what this brings, having that compliment on the other side of him. And of course, with the added weapons in the offense. And of course, every single episode, I got to mention my guy, Bill. So imagine, you know what I mean, what this offense going to look like now. And I'm just psyched, man. So it's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Reedie Zee, breaking news. Terry McLaurin signs a 3-year, $96 million extension to remain with the Washington Commanders. If you haven't already done so and you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification above so you can get more informative videos like this when we go live, when breaking news and other things of this nature comes along with this team. We are along for the ride. We are on our road to 2,000 subscribers. So please help us get to our goal. We're probably about 1545 right now. So please help us get there. Also chime in for, become a member. We offer memberships. You can become a member and then you'll get, sneak videos and things of that nature as we bring them to you with surprise guests and things of that nature. Also, 2:00, we will be going live again for Monday Command. Do not miss it with JP from 106.7 The Fans, the Sports Junkies at 2:00 p.m. today. So join us back here on live for that as we discuss this team and this breaking news of Terry McLaurin, as well as JP's new book. You don't want to miss that one. But what you guys see?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to update the thumbnail on that, throw Terry on there. Some breaking news, and we're gonna update the topic. What I mean, it's just more excitement, more like to have that moment, like we said, with JP coming on at 2:00, and then I had just got a text. It was like, what a great thing to have someone like that that's doing their thing in this industry on your show, and then they get the breaking news today.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a great episode. So definitely make sure y'all tune in. And I mean, like, I'm just psyched, but look at the comments. The comments is going crazy on the Instagram side. A lot of people just saying, let's go. The Terry comments are, the pay Terry comments are over. This is super excited, scary in the comments. Let's go, fellas, well deserved. Let's see, no more. Yeah, I just said, I know you didn't think Terry was going anywhere. Tell the boys we back. Delayed, not denied. Get paid 17, get paid. Either
Six
he
highest
wanted
paid
30.
receiver in the league. Six highest
Either he
paid,
wanted 30
just
million a
outside of the
year.
top five, just outside of it.
Yeah. And that's what we were saying though, like at the beginning of the year. Like when I was talking where this Terry belongs, I kept saying somewhere between 32 and 34. Like find that even ground. So I mean I'm just psyched that it was able to be met. Tell the whole NFL we back. Game one, Terry scoring 3 tutties. Terry going for 2,000 this year. Asia commented and said it shouldn't have taken Buddy Baker long to get to 30 million. I'm sorry. What in the hell was going on in them negotiations? He probably was asking for a yacht or something.
I ain't gonna hold you. The 30 million due at signing is crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's
nice.
Can you imagine? Like just looking at your bank account, he already got stacks on stacks on stacks. But then you see that 30 million click in. Okay,
Facts.
probably add the taxes and once his agent get his front end of it, it may be say 20. But God, that's a lot of bread, bro. Like so, Terry just got married. People was in the comments saying that she was taking a stand because she's the Mrs. Mclaurin now. So they got paid, so they could really start their family, had children and everything, and they children's is lit. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mo, why hold on the Instagram side, Rodney say, I'm happy like Reese tried to run a fumble recovery when we played Riverdale Baptist.
I scored though, yeah.
Hey,
and it was like
67
yards.
Reedie picked that fumble up. Reedie picked the fumble up, scored. They ended the game. We had time left on the clock. They ended the game. Said something they ain't had no lights.
Yeah, bro, it was right outside. We could have finished that last 5 minutes. We was on our way. They try to work us, bro.
Definitely work us.
There ain't want no DC public school to get that victory. That's what it was because we was trying to like that year.
Facts. I'm happy 96 million. We are definitely going to be Super Bowl contenders. Hailing all the way in Indiana. Shout out Indiana. Shout out Marquise Marquise Holmes. Shout out to you, bro, from Indiana. We appreciate you tuning in with us. Pissed it took this long, always a cloud over us. Hey, but we here. Worth every penny for sure. I'm happy 96 million. I'm definitely going to be in attendance. Yes, we will be there all season. Come take a picture with us. 30 FMB. Yes, we are going to be in the, I don't know, they don't call it the green lot no more, but we'll be somewhere in the F lot. Look for the Reedie Zee tent. We're going to have 2 of them out there. We are season ticket holders, so we're gonna be there every game except for potentially the Raiders game, because we may do something, in Reed Field. And if y'all haven't, go check out our story. He gave y'all a sneak peek of what what he cooking up over there. And the comments been going crazy. So that the basement is sick. I haven't seen it in person. So when I got the, kind of the sneak peek when y'all got it, and it's coming along. So make sure y'all tap in.
Reedie Zee Field.
Reedie Zee Field.
We just got some new sponsors. Great clothing line came through and they dropped that check. So I was like, yeah, we gotta be Reedie Zee Field. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Great Clothing Line, man. If y'all trying to be great every day, go holler at my man, greatclothingline.com, man. You got all the nice stuff that y'all want, urban apparel, you know what I'm saying? Go check them out. Definitely.
Got it out the mud, man. It's exciting though, bro. I'm really psyched and souped up with this, and yeah, man. Hey.
So what does this do? What does this do, for potentially our offense and moving forward? Like this contract, like what do we really think? Like we don't have the real numbers. So what do y'all think? Like, does this stop anything from happening in the future? As far as a Laramie Tunsil re-signing, if a Marshawn Lattimore turns up and has a great year, and others, Debo's probably going to need a deal next year because I anticipate him having a great season based off of what I've seen thus far in preseason and out there, not necessarily preseason games, but when I was out there on the grass at training camp. So like what are y'all feeling like? What's y'all thoughts out there? You know, chime in the comments and let us know what y'all thinking right now. Like, you know, what's y'all biggest things that y'all want to see more from this team, and what else do we have to offer?
Man. And then this goes too, like, well, before I say that, did you see how what the team confirmed the signing with? They dropped a peekaboo pick.
Oh, I didn't see the team stuff yet. No.
Yeah, they dropped the peekaboo pick on the
On so
page.
on the Instagram.
Yeah, on X. I ain't see it on the Instagram side, but I'm sure it's there. But yeah, that's lit. I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, they did the same thing on Instagram.
Yeah. Peekaboo. Man, that's crazy. This is lit. As we expected, though, like we didn't expect the trade to go nowhere. Now, I figured I was a little nervous and scared that it could potentially be a a situation where the holdout could send it into like week 1 or week 2 or something like that. Kind of dating back, kind of similar to and the story just keeps coming up back in the Dallas, with Dallas when Emmitt Smith held out. They said Dallas, Emmitt Smith wanted around like 17 million. Jerry was only trying to pay him like 10. And Emmitt held out up into 2 games into the season. And Jerry came, call him back and met him somewhere in the even ground because he realized how much he needed him. And they went on and won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely similar situation. Yeah, hoping it ends that way. Definitely ready for the season, man. It's crazy.
And this signing right here just like motivates me even more, because you know this time of year you kind of be down because you don't know, like you just sitting around just like, dang, okay, what's going on? Like we got this 72 hours or whatever until they start releasing everybody. And then I was texting Z yesterday. I'm like, bro, I hate this. Like, why we always wait until the 9th inning to start releasing our players? Like, give us something. Like, let us pause, chew on something, at least, you know what I'm saying, to mull over, why you guys make the final decisions. Like, give us something, you know what I mean? And we have had nothing until this dropped. I want to say around 11 o'clock, it dropped. So we're an hour and 34 minutes into Terry Mclaurin re-signing his $96 million extension with Washington. Yeah.
They say they asked, do we know the guarantee yet? We don't know the guarantee yet. They haven't dropped it, but they did get 30 million sign-up bonus.
Right.
So yeah.
So what I'm hearing from Ian Rappaport, he was on McAfee. He's hosting McAfee. I guess McAfee is out. He's saying that he anticipates it. It looks like it's 32 annual, but he thinks it's probably, once we get the real numbers, it's probably going to come down to around the $30 million range. As far as annual percentage yield on the contract. So that we'll be on the lookout for that. That should come down pretty soon. Those details, maybe in the next 24 hours.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, man. This is crazy. Crazy.
They saying, show me the money. Like Shane McMahon when he come out. For y'all wrestling people in the chat. What's up, chat? What y'all got, chat? Y'all real quiet today in the chat, man. Like normally the chat be booming, man. What y'all got? Y'all ain't excited. Y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? What's good? We talked about this all off season. Everybody has so much to say. Now the man signs and everybody's church mouse in here. What's up? What's up, chat?
I see somebody on IG said they talking about 48 to 49% of the deal is it said off the top. So I'm guessing that means it's guaranteed.
Yeah, you get 30 million at signing. That's a lot.
Knew he wasn't going to leave, but the frustration was kicking in for him. He's a good guy all around. Definitely. Franchise guy, Cherry Mac.
But this also goes to show, like, sometimes these national so-called insiders don't really be known, because Schefter just reported that, like, not too long ago, that they weren't close. The same thing he's been reporting. He reported the same thing. So clearly your sources wasn't really plugged in, Shefty. You really wasn't plugged into, the Commanders or like you did, because then Jordan Schultz came out and that seemed like that he had that for some time because he made that video. And I don't think that was an impromptu video. That probably was, you know what I'm saying? Like he gathered that information. He got his tweets together because it was like kind of strategic the way it felt.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And y'all heard Joshua. Make sure y'all smash that like button and share it out. Like we said, man, we just trying to continue this and grow this channel. We're sitting at like 1.5K. So help us reach our next milestone of 2K and then so on and so on. But make sure y'all hit that like button, share it. And like we said, make sure y'all tune in at 2 o'clock for our Monday Command episode featuring JP Flame from the Sports Junkies. We got breaking news. We got his new book that he just dropped called Faith Restored. As well as we're going to talk about the 53-man roster. So we got a good episode pending, and it's going to be at 2 o'clock. So make sure y'all tap in with us.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get into that. Realistic Washington fan. We'll get into that more at 2 o'clock, like who we think we're gonna, is going to get cut and things of that nature. Yeah, I mean, you're on. I see you all the time in the chat, and I see you on the video, so you know who I think is going to get cut. But I'm not going to mention that right now. I'm gonna save that a little bit for about an hour and a couple minutes from now. So I'm gonna save that for them. But you've been on, so you know who I think is going to get cut, and I think the corresponding move is going to come. So if that corresponding move comes with, I've been seeing a lot of people been getting cut from other rosters. I think we have an opportunity to go out and bring somebody else in here that can help us. And hence, it hinted somebody in the comments said this earlier, a guy that's still out there, and they're saying maybe this guy right here or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, we got a comment from O. He says Terry a 1A receiver now.
Terry been a 1A receiver since last year. Chill on me, bro. Chill on me. Chill on me. Listen, I ain't about to rehash that. I said last year when Terry started doing the things he did, he was considered a 1. He was no longer a 1B. He was a 1A in my book. So I've been on the record saying that. So don't try to bring up OC, but I'm glad that you are a long time viewer of our show. So if somebody can bring up something that I said that long ago, then
I rock shit.
Good. Nah, he good. He good.
Facts. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, man. So yeah, you got anything else, bro?
I don't. I'm just excited, man. Like I'm excited. How many days we got until week 1?
13.
Oh man, it's gonna be lit. Come holler at us. Like Z said, we're gonna be out there with the Reedie Zee tailgate. You'll see the Reedie Zee tents. If you don't know what they look like, you'll know by game day what they look like. We're out there each and every home game. We'll be talking to the fans. We'll be getting some content. Also come say hello. Come down to our seats. We on the 30-yard line, so come holler at us. Y'all will see us. Feel free to talk to us. We are approachable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just want to chop it up about the team, good, bad, and indifferent. And that's really all I got. I'm just glad that this finally came to an end and he signed, and now we can move on to the next thing, and that's winning games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So any other comments on Instagram you want to hit before we hop off?
Nothing else. We can answer this question. Somebody asked, should we pick up Shiloh?
Did he get cut?
Yeah, he got cut like yesterday or the day before.
He got cut because he threw the punch?
More than likely, yeah. You're undrafted rookie. You trying to make a team. You throwing punches. It wasn't a good look. You already come with a lot. You already come with a lot of hype, a lot of story. They already don't. They looking to. You already didn't get drafted. They looking to find a reason for any of them centers, boy. Well, him or his brother should just do something, and then you do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't be necessarily against it, but I don't know if this regime goes out and does that because we already kind of got a lot of depth in that safety room. in that secondary as a whole in general. So I don't know if they go and make that move because he would really just be coming here to be a special teams player at this point. With the emergence of Revo, probably going to get more time on the back end. You know, you got Will Harris back there. You also got Quan Martin coming out the two shoulder surgeries. And you got some other young guys that are back there. You know, possibly a Kane Madrano can go back there. Jonathan Jones can also be a safety in a pinch or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of depth, and I don't think that we're in the need to, you know, go bring in a Shiloh at this time. But I wouldn't be against it if they did it.
Same.
That he did, though. He definitely stood 10 toes down. He definitely did. He definitely did.
I'm just glad he was open to come, like when they worked with him to make this whole pup shit, ankle shit a thing. That he was willing to go through that to save himself some fines. You know what I mean? He went through that process to kind of chunk stuff along, and you know what I mean? It was definitely talks about, oh, he didn't come to preseason 1, he didn't come to preseason 2, showed up for 3, he was on the sideline with his guys. So like when I saw that, you kind of know things are moving in the right direction. But like you said, when Shefty said that this morning, I'm just like, well, that's weird. And then Schultz, you know, come back and drop a bomb like that.
Yeah, I'm ready to see. I can't wait to this press conference or whatever when he has his media availability, like this smile that's going to be on his face, because they've been kind of just painting this guy into this villain or whatever the last few weeks. And then I seen Brandon posted. If y'all don't know, go check Brandon out on X. You know, he's a big content creator that, you know, sends out tweets on all of the breaking news for Commanders Land or whatever. And he said the tweet is that yesterday it was like, officially Commander fans are out on Terry Mclaurin or something.
Yeah,
or something of the nature. It was like crazy, like officially mad at him or something. And I was like, man, this is crazy.
Facts. Man, that's a bet, but
I'll give y'all one surefire cut that I know is coming, and that's Sam Hartman, because he is dog water.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sammy. He looked pretty decent last training camp. He came back this year and just, even last preseason, he looked decent. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he getting. So I think Sam got like endorsements and shit too. So he might be getting a little bit of money on the back, put it back in, and probably not focus.
I will be trying to get as much money as I can. I'm a third string, fourth string quarterback.
He's like
I'm
the
never
most
going to
popular
probably
third stringer ever. He's more popular. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I was about to say he's more popular than Jameis, but that's cap. I'm sorry, I even thought of that.
Jameis Winston?
Yeah, that's cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, we need more wide receiver depth at the end. Big cuts from other teams. I think we had some players. Absolutely. Did we waiver Taylor, little brother? No, he was never on our team. He tried out at the mini camp. He was never signed. He was never brought in. He never was a part of this organization. He was a tryout.
Yeah, it was a tryout.
Yeah.
But again, man, we'll see y'all at 2:00. Hop on the live at 2:00 for Reedie Zee Monday Command, where we will have co-host of 106.7 The Fans, the Sports Junkies, JP Flame, on to discuss his book, Restoring Faith. Is it?
Faith Restored.
Faith Restored, I'm sorry. To discuss his book and his thoughts on the Terry Mclaurin signing, and just his thoughts on how this organization has, you know, his thoughts on this organization as a whole over the X amount of years he's been covering this. I think they've been on the air 20-something years, almost 30 years. Yeah. That's a lot of football and a lot of talking about this team every day on the radio. So you're not going to want to miss that one. Also, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification up top so you can get more informative videos like this one. Until next time, I'm Reedie.
I'm Zee.
We're going to holler at y'all at 2:00.